Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Mill Social Talk podcast. I mean, you know, as we always say, we always start off saying we bring you the best of the best. We always bring you Chicagoland's best folks to tell us everything that we need to know. We always tell you that we are the Mill Social Talk, and we try to bring the community, right? We try to bring the community. So today, very special, very, very special. I know I'm going to be learning a lot. It's the Middle Eastern Immigrant Alliance. Did I say that correct?
Correct.
The Middle Eastern Immigrant. So I know I'm going to be learning quite a bit from this conversation. So I'm excited to do it. So hey guys, I want you to tune in. Please share this video whenever you get it. Whenever you listen, please share it. Please share. Please share. That's important to us. And subscribe to our video. Now today we're going to talk to Ekram, is that said right?
Yes.
Ekram, and I don't know the pronounce your name. Muntaha. And so they'll tell us everything we need to know about the Middle Eastern community, what they're all about, how they're helping, and I would like for this video to go viral. So please, guys, let's jump right in. And again, this is Ekram and Muntaha.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I got it. So what I want to do is, who do you want to start with? I actually met Ekram at the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce. The Westridge Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
The Westridge Chamber. And so, you know, I always try to meet folks who I can help with their business and help promote whatever they do. And that's my goal, is to help the community. So, Ekram, we'll start with you since I met you first, and then we'll tell me a little about the organization, what you do, and how you're involved in the community.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, thank you for the nice introduction. And I know that sometimes it's hard to pronounce my name and even Muntaha's name. We have like different, different way. But thank you for trying. I mean, I would love to tell you a little bit about our organization and about the work that we do. Also about why do we do it. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I can tell a little bit about myself. My name is Ekram Hanna. I'm a refugee. I came from Iraq 11 years ago, actually, at the end of 2012. So I work now with the Middle Eastern Immigrant and Refugee Alliance as the Director of Development. I started 7 years ago doing part-time, but I found out that I'm very motivated to work with my community and, to develop the community, to bring people together, to build community for refugees and immigrants in Chicago area. And that's how make me stick to one job for 7 years. Usually my personality, I'm that person who loves to always develop themselves. Mm-hmm. If I work somewhere and I feel like after 2 years I'm not learning, I would just leave that job.
You keep moving. Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I try to keep learning because I just believe learning. It's
important for growth.
Lifetime process. It's not like a one year or it doesn't matter your age or your education. It's a lifetime learning. So I would love to tell you a little bit about our organization and the work that we do. Mm-hmm. So M.I.R.A, it used to have a different name, as we used to have another name, which is Iraqi Mutual Aid Society. So there's a woman who came from Iraq a long time ago, and she established she founded this organization in 2009. She came through a program they called SIV, and I'm going to just try to talk a little bit in detail. So just to to make it clear what this SIV means, what this refugee means status. So she came through a program for people who work with the U.S. government in Iraq.
Okay.
And she came here special immigration visa, and she found out herself that she needs to learn English. She needs to work on herself. She needs to establish her life again from scratch. So she was suffering in order to get to that point, and she felt very motivated to help, to figure out a way that she can offer help for the community. So she started the organization in 2009. After that, the organization went through a little bit hard time, talking about funding, and all of that. But thankfully, we had like a new executive director. She, like Laura, the one that we have her now. She started working, I believe, in 2014, and she started trying to look for more funding. So we kept the work, and we started growing. That's how they decided to hire someone who work on community engagement and who work on starting a woman empowerment program. That's where I was a little bit interested, because I felt this, like, it's part of my passion actually to work with women, especially like who's refugees, who's immigrant, who went through the same experience that I went through, in order to help them to get to the point of dependency. So 2017 I started working with M.I.R.A, and I can tell you, like, from the first year I knew that this is this is my passion job, and it's not, I don't even call it a job actually. I call it something that I love doing it, and I would just put all of my thoughts, all of my talents, all of my creativity, all of my time just to make it grow, make it big, you know.
What's the passion of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you know,
so
it's not work.
Yeah, that's
not work.
That's how I call it.
I know it's not work.
Yeah. So but I can say something that, like, through this job, like it's not easy actually to work with a nonprofit, because you know, like, there's always like people, they just minimize like the way that we do work here, and they just think that like a lot of American people, they just think that I'm a volunteer, even though I work more than 40 hours a day, definitely.
I believe
like 40 hours a week actually. Yeah. But we do huge work here. I can tell you that we offer 3 main programs now. We have 10 staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So from 1 you went to 10.
When I worked with M.I.R.A, we were in 2017. We were 5 people actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we have 10 staff. The organization is just it's growing. That's all, like, exciting for all of us actually, as a staff too. We have 3 main departments. We have case management, which is we help people to apply for benefits, you know, like health insurance, like cash assistance if they need it, and all of that. We have the second program, which is we have legal service, that we help people to apply for citizenship, for green card, for work permits for free. We offer everything for free, by the way. Also, we, like, recently we just hired like an immigration lawyer.
Okay.
That's very exciting for us actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's working with asylum cases.
So first of all, and I want you to keep that thought.
Yes, of course.
So M.I.R.A, what's that stands for?
It stands for Middle Eastern Immigrants and Refugee Alliance.
Okay.
Yes.
M.I.R.A.
Yes.
I heard you say a couple times, like, okay, so what does that stand for?
Yes. It's a long name, so we try to make it easy for people to, like, you know, like, to say it. So we call it M.I.R.A.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just want to be sure.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so you work only with refugees only.
When I started with M.I.R.A, we used to work like mainly with refugees.
Okay.
But through the years, we started being more open to help more people. I mean, that was one of the reasons actually we changed the name, because the organization started to help Iraqi people. Like after 2003, after the war, people started leaving and coming to the state. But we found out that we were helping everyone, not only Iraqis. That's why we decided to change the name, to make everyone feel included. Like if someone comes, let's say, like from Syria or different country from the Middle East. So when they come to our office, we try to make it more inclusive, to include like everyone, and make everyone feels welcome when they step into our, like, in our office. So we decided to change the name in 2019, I believe.
2019, yes.
2019, and we, you know, like, we picked different names, and we thought, like, M.I.R.A is the name that works for us, because it's more welcoming, more inclusive, and we can include everyone, like, in that name.
Okay, so it's a wonderful thing. So I know it's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot we just talked about.
Of course.
So we're gonna get back to some of that stuff. So I wanted, I keep Muntaha to tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so my name is Muntaha Al-Hindi. I came from Palestine in 1999, so I've been here in the United States for 24 years. I've been working with M.I.R.A for 5 years now. And I think when I was introduced to you from Ekram, she told you like Muntaha worked in many programs. When I start with working with M.I.R.A, I start from part-time till I got to the full-time. But through this journey of being where I am now, I went through different programs. Different programs that mean different experience, different knowledge, and as well, I was being able to collect many resources from the community through my job. Currently, I'm the mental health counselor and crisis management. What does that mean is when the client first come here, especially the new arrival, I welcome them after the resettlements organization work. We welcome them here in M.I.R.A. I do the assessment paper for them. I assess their need. I provide them with resources, needed services, and as well and as needed counseling to the entire family and to individual as well. I do a lot of case management sometimes because here at M.I.R.A we don't treat people as number or as only client. We always try our best to make them feel that they are at home and with their own family. So we don't only provide services, we provide them with the safety, connection, and safe environment and loving environment as well. So what I do to them is I provide them, as I said, with the needed case management. If I do it myself or I refer them to one of my co-workers, we provide them with job services as well. And as Ekram mentioned, community, oh no, she didn't mention yet. She does a lot of community engagement.
About later.
Yeah. She does a lot of community engagement, and why we do this to the community, because as we said, we're not only providing them with services that they need, but we also are providing them with connections, friends, and family as well. A lot of them come here to the US, they don't know anyone here, no friends, no family, and also they went through different countries to get here to US. They don't come directly from their mother country. They may come through Egypt, Turkey, or sometime Jordan. So they've been away from their own family. And when they come here to US, it's not only they are getting challenging with the language, but as well as the culture and being separated from their home country and their own culture as well. So what we try to do is here to create a safe environment for them through connecting them, as Ekram, she's gonna cover it more in depth later on. We bring them together and we try to connect them with the older generation community so they can get a better experience.
So tell me, as we talk, where is the transition coming from? For example, I'm going to follow up with your question. You said they may go from Egypt to Jordan and then they land in the U.S. As a refugee, and this is from my education, I'm sure for some people who are looking at it, as a refugee, when they're coming in from, let's say, from Jordan, is there a location that, or is the government, they deal with the government first and then they come to you, or where's that transition before they get to you?
Yeah, so
if they don't know anyone here.
That's a good question actually, because maybe like so many people, as you mentioned, they don't know what's the process. So the process is there's a resettlement agency, which is there's a lot of them like in the area, especially like in Chicago area, which is people, they come, like a family come like through like one of these organizations, and the organization take care of them to make sure that they get their paper, there is, I think, medical, something like that, some stuff done with them for 3 months. But after 3 months, they just they tell them, well, now you can just live your life, experience the American, life system and all of that. But what we do as M.I.R.A, I believe maybe we are the only organization who does that. We are not a resettlement agency.
Okay.
What we do at M.I.R.A is we start helping people starting from 3 months of being in the States up to 5 years. Which is, we don't offer like one-time service. Usually people, they come actually they come to me, which is I don't do any service one-to-one, but when I meet with people, like I have a lot of connection with the community. If they need help, like as example with like mental health support, I would just send them to Muntaha. So Muntaha, she might find out that the woman or the guy he needs help, would like to get a job. She would send them to our like team at our case management. And we might find out that the family, after 1 year, they need to apply for a green card. So we send them to our immigration.
We have different departments.
So yeah, we make sure that the family, like usually the family, they stay with us for trust me, for 5 years or 6 years till they get their citizenship, because we apply for citizenship for free for them. So that's why they just stick to us, and they feel like if they need any help with anything, they would come to us.
But the requirements, I just want to clear the requirements. What are the requirements of the refugee? Do they have to come here with a requirement saying I am a refugee, or you just pop up and say
You mean the requirement that we asked for?
that you ask for? Yeah. What is that?
No, as Ekram mentioned, she was trying to cover the refugee area, but as well we help immigrants who've been here maybe for 50 years or 40 years. So when the organization was first funded, it was funded by an Iraqi refugee herself. She felt like the need for the community to be provided with the needed resources. So she started helping Iraqi refugees. And after that, she started receiving Syrian refugees. And after that, because, like I can tell you, like I went to M.I.R.A and they helped me with this resource, but you are, as an immigrant, you feel like, let me go seek the service from M.I.R.A and see if they will accept me. So we start receiving a lot of cases from immigrants community. Then we decided, okay, it's much needed in the community. Everyone needs our service, not only refugees. So we opened it to everyone from the Middle East. Refugees and immigrants as well.
Okay,
so at that point there is no specific require.
Okay.
Our fund has a specific require. Like we have funds that specifically serve the refugee who've been here for less than 5 years, but we have other programs that service people who've been here for no matter how long.
But I just want to be clear that right now you guys are serving the Middle Eastern, Iraq, Jordan,
like
that neighborhood.
Morocco,
let's say
Algeria,
Arabic
everywhere.
Just to make it easy.
Arabic
speaking.
In general,
okay.
And we also have the Afghanis program.
Yeah, we have Arabic speaking. We have Afghan. Like a lot of Afghans comes to our office because we hired actually an Afghanis case manager. Also a Syrian. So we have different languages here at the office. Like if you just walk to our staff, you'll see the different people speaks at least 2 languages.
Okay.
So all of us like English is my second language.
Right.
Definitely, you can tell. But in general, the majority of our clients who comes from the Middle East, who speaks Arabic.
Yes.
Arabic and Dari, like the language of Afghan people. Farsi, some of them, and Assyrian.
No, and this is just I'm sure. Because how large is the Middle Eastern community in Chicago? How large? Any idea?
That's a good question. But I don't want to give you numbers because I like.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you, like from my experience working here, that after let's say like Iraqi people, especially Arabs, they started coming as refugees after 2003.
Okay.
So I mean, after what happened in 2003, people they started feeling unsafe in Iraq. There was a lot of killing, a lot of kidnapping. That's why they decided, I cannot live in this country anymore. I want to seek like a safe place to live. So people started leaving Iraq, going to Jordan, living in Lebanon, and all of these countries. But there is like a flood of people started coming.
Oh yeah.
Let's say for the last 15 years.
Yeah, especially after 2001.
2003.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
2003. And like for Syrian, definitely after 2000, I believe 15 or 16.
So how did the I mean, this may be a political question. I hope it's not. How did the withdrawal from Afghanistan affect you guys here? with maybe a possible influx? Because you do say you service Afghanistan. So how does that affect your work?
Yeah, I don't like
or
politics.
did it affect?
Yeah, I don't like talking about politics at all.
No. That's what I'm saying. It could be. It could be, but I don't want it to be. I just want to know how did.
I don't give my thoughts actually about this because it could be like
No, I don't want it to be. I just want to know, did it affect you guys with an overflow?
Of course.
I mean, that's what I want to find out.
Definitely.
Did it really affect you guys? I mean,
yeah.
Or I'm assuming other funding came in because you guys had the facility to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's so I could imagine, it's just my thoughts that it probably affected not only you, it may affect other
the city
or the organization.
Of course.
I mean it does affect because as Ekram mentioned, we only have one case worker that helped the Afghanis community. Okay. So if it's overflow, like it's a lot. But since we don't have enough fund to hire more people, so she's the only one who's taking care of them, and sometimes she get overwhelmed, and it's a lot for her to do for one community.
I got you.
And why us? There's many organizations here around the community, but as I told you, because here as a staff, we all train to welcome people as a family.
Absolutely.
So even if they go anywhere else, they will come back to us because they feel like they're home and they're like getting help from their own family here. Because as I told you, we don't treat them as a client, we treat them as friend, family member. But it's for one case manager to provide a whole community like that,
it's probably hard.
It's a lot.
All right, I want to ask a question, because I want to ask this question. As I am in housing, this is the most social talk, and we're in housing. How do you guys transition? And this for people who are watching also. I mean, if you don't, how do you transition them from that? Okay, they come to you 3 months, and they need to get a home. Home is important to me. How do you transition them into like an apartment? Or how do you transition them into, okay, you come out here, you live here?
Yeah, when they come to us, they are already like resettled somewhere.
They're already settled.
Yes, because this is the job of resettlement agency. Yeah. They have to find an apartment for them. Mostly, this is not our area, like to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they come already have a home.
Yes. So they come like trying to deal with a lot of issues, a lot of new things that they don't understand English. They cannot read their mails. They don't know how to get like stuff done. So they come with us with all of these, starting from reading the mail, to
finding job,
to filling for a green card after 1 year, So like it's a series of like service that.
Well, then, what about the transition for now? Do they come? Because I don't know. Do they come with a some kind of work permit to say, okay, and then you guys help them you do the community activity.
Sure. Yeah.
So do you find that the community kind of welcomes and says, oh yeah, come on, or you guys got to push to find jobs to
when they first at the beginning, we have to go back to when they first start applying to be a refugee or asylum seeker. They apply from the refugee camp location. Like if they are from Jordan, they apply from there through the UN and what other organization they apply through. Yeah, they apply through there, and this process sometimes takes long. It may take years. I have a family who arrived 1 month ago, and they told me they applied since 2012.
Okay.
They applied for that. So can you imagine how many years?
Yeah.
And then they came here, as Ekram mentioned, the resettlement organization who went through all this process of the application. They welcome them. They go to the airport. They welcome them. They try to find them an apartment. If they have kids, they register their kids in school. And the government funded all these resources to 3 months.
To 3 months.
After that, you are in your own.
Which is amazing.
Which is, can you imagine for a person?
Yeah, exactly. For someone who don't know the country in 3 months, is like, I'm on my own.
The country, the language.
If you don't speak English,
there you go.
It took me like a while to get a job because my English was so bad.
I get it.
I had to go to school and I had to work like a surviving job.
So tell me something, and this is going so fast. Tell me something important that you want the audience to know, something that's very important about this organization. That you think you need to know this. What would that be?
Okay, so it's so clear that what we do here, that we are all went through the experience of being a refugee or immigrant, and we understand how that feels, and we are trying very hard to offer support for people who's coming like newcomers for this country, just to make sure that they don't go through what I went through.
I got it.
So
I think
which is very like it's not only about finding a job, it's about even like mental health, like people, they suffer from like mental issues when they come here, like the family separation and all of that. So we are trying to make sure that people, they get the help that they need to be successful in this country.
I think that's so important. In that you coming from another country and you're not.
It's a cultural shock for them.
Absolutely, and so I think you guys do a great thing here in that it's so important that when they come, they know that it's like a rescue. Mm-hmm. They could be, oh my gosh, I'm around people who love and care and cherish. Because I've talked to other organizations. I think it's the same thing. It's the same culture. That the people that does this job is really, they pour their heart out, right? You pour their heart out, and it's not for money. It's not for, but it's because you've been through it, and so you want to make sure no one else goes through it.
Exactly. Yeah. We want to give back to the community. We feel like we went through these challenges and through this hard time, and we want to give back to the community so these people don't go through the same difficulty that we went through.
I just want to ask something actually. Yes. Talking about money, because we all need money. I decided to to have my own business 5 years ago to make sure that I can keep my job here and I can still make money out of my business, Yeah. So
that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. I should mention something that now we start a program because I own a business, because I have experience. It's been 5 years. So through our women's empowerment program, we are trying to encourage women actually to start their own business, because that doesn't affect the whole area.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about West Ridge, by the way.
Of course.
Because most of our clients lives in this area, and we want to really have all of these closed, business to start opening again.
Well, just I want to piggyback on that, and for those of you who do not know, West Ridge do have in the Women's Business Alliance, right?
Yes.
So are you part of that?
I joined, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to be sure.
Of course.
I want to be sure that you're part of that, the West Ridge Women Alliance. What do you guys call it?
I was invited. It's a West Ridge Women's Group.
Women's Group, right?
Women's Group.
So that's important.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that we get to do this. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you guys can share. If anybody wants, where can they get a hold of you? What's your address and your phone number, so that if anyone's seeing it, they can look at it and say, hey,
sure. Yeah.
What's your phone number?
So please, if you want to learn more about our organization, just visit our website on www.mirachicago.org, and you'll learn a lot about what we do, and you will have an update about all of our programs, our events, as we do a lot of events actually.
And you have one coming up. I know you have one coming up.
We bring people together, from
August 19th and 20th.
Yes. Now we have a big event coming this weekend. That's going to be for the first time happening, the Middle East Festival. We will support small business. We will support artists, and we will have a big gathering. And so everyone welcome.
If you don't know, if you missed it, I'm sure it's going to be an annual event. Warren Park, please check out the website.
Sure.
Please check out the website.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you guys again. This is the Mill Talk. I mean, time just went so fast.
Yeah, I know.
This is the Mill Social Talk podcast. We want to thank you guys for showing up. You can always go to millsreal.com, and this will be on YouTube, and it'll be on our podcast. Thanks again, and we'll see you till next time. It's the Mill Social Talk podcast. Please share, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.